Hello everybody and welcome to the Retro Robbins show with me, Wayne, and of course Emo, my AI, who likes to dance to a white robot. Yes, I know it's been quite a number of weeks since my last show, but I've been busy with the Zap Live event, and believe me, those Commodore and Amiga guys, they knocked it out the ballpark, as well as RCM, who always bring some great stuff to the event, and they didn't disappoint this time. There was lots of talks, and there was lots of friendly chit-chatter between the, shall we say, coders and musicians from back in the day. It was an absolutely massive sellout event. There was only standing room only, but not too cramped that you couldn't move around. Oh, what an event it was indeed. And we've got a few Commodores for me to repair from it. Well, inevitably these things took a bit of a bashing. What's on today's show? We're going to take a look at some homebrew games. As always, on the Retro Robbins show, I do like to play one or two of these homebrew games, as well as have a look at some of the Crash Smashes. Crash this time round will be Crash issue number 26, and it's got a maximum cover on it that I kind of like, to be quite fair. We'll talk about Crash Live, and I've got loads of stuff that I'll be bringing to Crash Live, and I'm going to go big. You know me, I like to go big or go home. Who said go home? Oh, thanks. And we'll be talking about the Crash Smashes from Out of Crash, of course. As always, today's show is run on the ZX Sinclair Spectrum Next. Or is it? Well, it says ZX Sinclair Spectrum Next on it, so it's got to be a ZX Sinclair Spectrum Next. Good quality. We'll talk about the new Spectrum. Do we need it? How will that affect sales of a Kickstarter free, even if there is a Kickstarter free? It's all a bit, we don't know. The ESP Spectrum I've been recently purchasing, I'm pretty impressed with that, to be quite fair to you. I'd like to say a big shout out and thank you to all my new subscribers. I'd like to say a big thank you to Lee Chop Stevens. Remember, I premiered a new game that's coming out by Retro Robbins. Well, it's not by me, it's by Lee Chop Stevens. Worked on by Richard Hollins and Pablo, who are all doing little bits behind the scenes. It's called Retro Robbins in Microblitz, and it's a pretty good looking platformer from the Platformer of the Year award winning Lee Microchop Stevens. Anyways, without no further to do, and I haven't said that for a while, let's have a look at this Crash cover. Crash number 26 from March 1986 at 95 pence. There we have it, Edison Carter on the front. Actually, it's Max Headroom. Edison Carter was supposedly the hard-hitting reporter for Network 23 from that Sci-Fi film, and originally started off as just a presenter on MTV as a bit of a parody, a joke. He's a computer-generated image, and at one time there was a number of people who actually thought it was a real computer-generated image, but really it was just a load of prosthetics and a clever bit of camera work to make it look like that. The joke was quite a funny one, it was a long-running one, and it was quite good. Catch the wave. Yeah, and interesting fact, the person that hijacked the network television was indeed, and you'll hear it first, honestly, it was me. I've got severe, I'm owning up to the fact that I was the one that hijacked that television signal and did that broadcast with then girlfriend Damien Claire Hill or whatever her name was. But it was funny back in the time. Yeah, it was me, honest. What do I think of that cover? Well, actually, as covers go, that's not too bad. It's not too bad, is it? It's not by far the best cover we see, but it's certainly by far not the worst. Max Headroom was quite big. Catch the wave. Catch the wave. Remember that sponsorship deal? There's something about a glitchy character, a glitchy robot that sort of appeals to you. I'd try and do a spinning background, but all I've got is this Crash one, but you know, hey. Talking about Crash, Crash Live, don't forget, it's coming up soon. If you want to get tickets, get them now, otherwise you're going to miss out. I promise you, they've already pretty much sold out, you know what I mean? So, cool. Have a look, let's have a flick through one or two of these pages of this particular Crash magazine. That was actually a 2-page thing. And then we'll come down to, oh, I like that. The Ultimate Play the Game collection. And I've pretty much got everyone except Pentagram. I'm missing Pentagram. I've got everything else but Pentagram, but then there's a few of us missing in that one because it was probably not a great seller. And we're going to scroll down. Mugsy's Revenge. I must admit, I've not really played that, but I'm sure I'll come across it eventually. What's the first smash of the day that we're going to look at? Certainly not that. Load of tripe. Dreadful conversion. Although the recent one that's come out is so much better. We should come into it in a minute. And hopefully it's going to be movie. This is the one. Right, okay, so movie by Imagine. And there we have a twin page. We're going to give this a quick play, see if it stands the test of time. Of course it stands the test of time. Oh, foreshadowing. Would it cost you £7.95? So what are the ratings? Well, the use of the computer was 90%, the graphics was 95%, the playability was 93%, getting started was 91%, addictive quality is 92%, value for money was 94%, its overall rating then was 93%. And I have to say, I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. I think it's an absolutely brilliant game. Personally, it had a very, very good moody, but for those that haven't seen it, we'll give it a quick play, and I'll say it's 48k. It will work in 1 to 8k, but preferably not. You know what I mean? Preferably not. The loading screen on that is really quite nice. It doesn't use the full loading screen. Now this particular version loads different to the version that I've got. I had a twin case one. It was more like the classic sort of ocean loaders, where you've got that judgery head finder. I don't know how to do this. Shall I do an impression? It goes, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's probably a bad idea. Right, yeah, as I say, 48k game. Unfortunately, on this loading screen, it was before the time where they tried to eliminate all colour clash, and there's quite a bit of colour clash in and around the female face. It's almost as if it's, well, poorly done at times. And I'm sure there's a version of this where that loading screen's a little bit tighter and a bit cleaner. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they've moved that across. Let's see if I can find another tap file. There's another version here where the loading screen is slightly different. I'm not liking that loading screen, and this one loads at a slower pace. It's a bit of a weird loading screen really, but this was another version of it, shall we say a re-release possibly, with a different loading screen. But there are so many different ways that this game was saved in the way it loads. There's about 4 or 5 different ways in total, but we'll have a look at another one, see if there's any difference with the loading screens. And this is another type of loading where you get this little starting sequence just after it, because that was also the people involved. It wasn't just Imagine, it was them as well. And yet you had a multicolour loading where it came down, you could see the screen, similar sort of thing. You didn't get a countdown timer on this one. So the first one was blacked out, the second one was completely different altogether, loading screen, which was horrendous. The original loading screen here with the loads of colour clash certainly was better, but there is one more version. Yeah, there's this version as well which loads at another pace. So there were so many different ways that they loaded this one. I mean, it's the same loading screen. Could be this one may be slightly different. I haven't really loaded this one out. Yeah, it's the same rubbish loading screen. It's the York Sinclair one that came on the copy of the tape, I believe. I ain't 100% sure, but I didn't like that loading screen. I thought it looked vile. Interesting, I've just discovered that the Speedlock Loader version that I've got has not been archived. Yeah, I've got movie in a twin case, an original release, and it's got a different Speedlock loader than anything you can find on World of Spectrum or anywhere else. It's completely unique, and it isn't archived. So perhaps I should get in touch with the people and say, look here, this is an original double copy. It's a dual case with a Speedlock loader that you haven't got on your system. I'm quite shocked and surprised about that, but you know, these things happen. They don't get every file on there. They've got about 5 different versions of the way this loads. There's the York Sinclair version, there's the Imagine original version, but a lot of them, the one I've got is a Speedlock loader, very similar to the way that Bruce Lee loads, you know, with that juddering header at the start, just after the main code for the speed it loads up. Anyway, I digress. Let's get on with a quick, brief look at this game because I've already gone on too long. An isometric game. So the game will start with this character just basically walking in. I mean, he's got a good trench coat on there with a well, it doesn't look like a Truby hat there, does it? Or this type of hat, actually, that the character is meant to be wearing. Emotion, Imagine presents, yeah. And that tells you all you need to know. And as soon as you press a key to start the game, the options, so we'll go for O for options. Change keys? Yeah, why not? You can change it from yeah, should we go for Kempston? Yeah. Rotational or direct? Is it seat change? Direct control? Yeah, okay, enter. Yes. That just means when you bump into something it will move. So now all I've got to do is start the game. And I forgot it's start, isn't it? That's it, right. And it will render the room as you go through. Now, there we go. Yeah, it's an isometric game, and because it's directional, I should be able to be a bit quicker. It takes a few minutes for each room as it draws every little object in there. Now, obviously at the bottom you've got all the... oh, it's so much easier directional control to move your guy. I think there is a gun in one of the rooms in a moment that you need to collect. You need to find a tape basically to bring you back to that tape player. A lot of these, shall we say, objects just move out of the way. Pretty simple. But the bad thing about this mechanic is, well, there we go. There's the gun there. So we can go across here. No, I want to go back, sorry. You press the click button. This one's to pick up, that one's to put down, and there's one to throw as well, but we're going to pick that up, and there we have a gun. So to shoot the gun, we have to click on gun, and then we have to rotate, fire in the direction you're facing, which can be a bit of annoying when you've got to do it quickly. If we could fire straight away now while we was moving on directional control, that'd be great. You can speak to the guys as well, so let's say... Oh, I've kind of missed an hello, but he might understand it. Sometimes he'll respond, and sometimes he won't. And, you know, you just have to try again. No, he's deaf. Okay, let's go back. I could punch him. See you later. Oh, you're going to self-destruct, are you? Yeah, there's a little key here. I mean, to get past the guard. The parrot will speak. Not sure that's right. Yeah, it is. Go. I'm going to put the parrot in harm's way, I think, just to sort of block him in. I keep forgetting I'm not on rotation. Right, the graphics itself, I know it's monochrome, but it sort of sets the mood. I think it was an absolutely brilliant game. I spent hours playing this back in the day. And there's a reason why I'm putting that there. It's because it's to stop him. He'll eventually nudge his way back in here from getting there. Right, so we've got some cash here. You may need cash. Pick it up. There we go. Oh, we got a grenade as well as cash. That'll help you in the game. I've played this quite a few times. Right, there's two females in this. One's a good female, will take you where you need to go, but the one's a bad female, and she'll lead you on a run. In a moment, we'll come across our first bad guys. I mean, it's just an even the attention to the books, shall we say, the ornament stand, the picture that you can't quite make out, looks like a landscape, to that classic radiogram even down there, and a television on the stand that's just showing some sort of little distortion. The work that comes into this. Now he's going to shoot me, so Oh, he shot me. See, that's the problem. As soon as you want to change to a gun and shoot him back, you're dead in no time. But nevertheless, when you've played it plenty, and I've played it absolutely horrendous. Yeah, I know I did a bad go, but we're only reviewing it. Is it still a crash smash? Absolutely. Well worth play. If you've never played that, I think the whole game gives you an atmosphere and a mood. Certainly as a teenager, I loved it then. I like it now. It's just that I don't seem to go back and play, which is a very big unfortunate shame. Movie! Marks out of 10. I'm going to give that a full 9.5 out of 10. It's still good. I love it. Next up on the Crash Smash hit list on the Retro Robbins show is a game by Microgen, and this would have cost you £9.95. See if you can guess what it is just from the ratings alone from 1986. Use of computer, 83%, graphics, 92%, playability, 90%, getting started, 86%, addictive qualities, 91%, oh very good so far. Value for money, 89%, really, it's £10. Addictive qualities, 91%. The game is of course Surf Red. And a quick disclaimer, I will be using a little bit of the ZX Spectrum walkthrough. Links to that channel will be down below, just to speed things up a little bit, because I'm not as good as that and I want to show you more of the game. The loading screen then, it's like they've only made half the effort. Right, the sword, the writing, the text writing, the made in Spain, and the Spain should have kept the rain and should have kept this game, because quite frankly I'm not a fan. Starting with the graphics of the actual loading screen, if you look at that lady's arm that's been held by the knight there, it looks a bit mangled. It looks her hand is huge. This part is longer than that part, which is really short. His hands, the graphics of his hands look mangled, and as for his helmet, it looks like it's been squashed down. He's almost got a letterbox view, so he's got a flat head or he's been hit with a big heavy weight. But the rest of it is okay. The colours of the trees in the red, I'm not so sure. It's like it's missing a few graphics. There's no features on the face or anything like that. I'm not a fan of that loading screen, as you can tell. That is pretty poor. You know, it's like you expected more. But the game was a crash smash. Let's see what the game's got to say. Where we go, Microgen, eh? Well, you get the options of cursor, Kempston, and you can redefine your keys, and that always comes on really loud when I do it. Yeah, you get that loud beep noise. When you've got amplified beeper, it comes out even louder. By the way, I'm using the Harlequin 128K to add sound effects. Now, graphically, it looks great. I mean, the scenery is brilliant, but the actual playability, believe me or you, is really difficult to control. What I've got to do here is swing across, climb down the vine and grab that joint of meat down at the bottom. You'll need that joint of meat to distract a piranha on the next screen. If you don't, that piranha will just constantly home in on you and you won't be able to do anything. Before you know it, you'd have lost your energy and you'd have been, well, done for. And there is such piranha, so you throw that in there, he will chase it and devour it in no time. You jump in, you try and swim out of his range and out of his way. You stay in that area, you're done for. You collect that, and that will, shall we say, help you to go through the gate, to which you need to do in order to proceed with this game. You got to get to that like chest at the bottom, where that sort of octopus type squid maybe, who knows, can be. Graphically, as I say, it looks great, doesn't it? It looks great. I certainly love the lantern and the flame look on that graphics, and but the game, it really is a pig to play. It really is terrible to play. I would say the game's a lot better than the loading screen. Yeah, he's going to lose a bit of power here. Yeah, of course he is. Climbing up a waterfall, really? Okay. you have to build up momentum, because when you're moving quite quickly, that's your time to jump, and you sort of got to time your left and your right and your left in order to make these jumps across. I don't think he's going to do it. Yeah, is he? Boom. Slow moving game, isn't it? It's such a slow moving game. Yeah, just about make that. And now you've got to exit the screen. I'm going to climb up and enter the, shall we say, the castle via not the underneath where all the sewage and water runs. Climbing up the vine. Yes, the piranha starts to chase you all over again. Now there's a switch on the cloud. Yeah, on this game you can jump on clouds. And when you switch that switch, it will open a secret cave entrance. So, I played this for ages. I couldn't get any really good footage of it, and I'll be honest, it got a crash smash. It's not like what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot better than this. There's no actual AY tune in this either, so you're actually playing with just the sound effects. It seems a bit dull at times. Yeah, I wasn't a fan. Personally, Sir Fred was not for me. I would give it at best 6.5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10. Certainly not a crash smash. I've played better budget games, and it's a shame because it promised so much. If it just wasn't so hard to play, then maybe I'd have warmed to it a little bit better. But there are some good little mechanics of the game. Sir Fred! Sir, no thank you. What do you think? As always, if you'd like to make a comment, feel free to do so. Leave your comments in the comments below. Winter Games! Yeah, this was a crash smash. I know it's hard to believe, but it was. US Gold, of course. £7.95. And it's kind of like... Yeah, it's one of those track and field type, but not track and field, but winter type. You get what I'm saying. You'll see, because I'm going to show you me trying to play this game. It can be quite a long-winded game. For instance, one or two of the events seem to take forever to complete. It's not easy to master these skills, but they're not too difficult on one or two of the events, and then some go from being easy to achieve to, damn right, ludicrously difficult. Anyway, I digress again. You get to use your computer, 90%, graphics 93%, playability 92%, getting started 92%, yeah, we got two 92s in a row there. Addictive qualities 95%, value for money £7.95. It's kind of the, well, movie was £7.95, so it's not the cheapest of the day, it's equal to the movie. Value for money was 90%, its overall rating then was a 93%. Taking a look at that scene of the loading screen for the 128K version is the version that I will be playing. Yeah, because it got some sound effects in it. Not too many sound effects, but enough to keep me happy. It's a fantastic little loading screen, however the colour clash for the trees looks dreadful. I know they'd wanted to shade it down a little bit, but oh my life, look at it. I'm sure they could have done that. I don't think it was necessary. And that's what's with these little bits of red. It's okay on the first nearest cabin of you where you got a little red door, but the rest of it sort of look blotchy and out of place. I understand the blue and the white, it gives you that feeling of cold, and the good thing we've got a good blue on this spectrum. We've kind of got Klein, which to me is like a light blue. Isn't it not light blue? But yeah, good loading screen though. Especially the way that they've mirrored the word Winter Games on the actual title, which is pretty good. If you haven't got a 128K version, you're a bit unlucky because you have to load this in segments, and each segment gives you 2 events, which can take quite a long time to complete, to be fair. And you know, all that faffing around with the tape back in the day, well, fortunately we've got TAP and TZX files and all sorts now that we can deal with, and we don't have to go swapping and changing, even snap files, so yeah. But loading screen kind of gives you that feel that you're into the winter. But will the game fare as well? Well, let's see. We got the game loaded. We can try and you can choose the amount of events you want to take part in. You can complete the lot of the events, or you can take a number of events as you want it. I'm going to redefine the keys, possibly. You can change your controls, or I could use Kempston, but I just find Kempston a little bit tricky with these sort of games, but we'll go for it. Let's try Kempston, yeah? So you have to press space to go down, and then you press enter to select. It also gives you the player 1 keys and the player 2 keys options. Yeah, we got Kempston joystick for player 1. There is another way of doing this, I suppose, yeah. Let's have a look. See the world record, shall we? Yeah, the figure skating is something I don't quite get. The speed skiing is the one that... The ski jump and the bobsled is something we'll hopefully have time to get to, but this is going to be quite a long segment of this video, so get your tea ready, brace yourself in, get ready. It's going to be a long ride and probably a very slow one, with me looking absolutely hideous trying to play this game, and it's not helped by the fact that I'm doing all this talking and not actually doing any playing. Let's go for all the events. Enter your name. What is my name? I'm the Retro one. I thought it was a good name as any. Okay, first one is this little event. Strange tune. Until you get started. I don't know if it's meant to be an Olympic theme or whatever, but yeah, it's strange tunes. What you got to do is you got to do some sort of tricks in the air and then land. So. And I fell over. You get 3 attempts, I believe. Well, that was attempt 1, and that's probably true to reality there. And that's attempt 2. And if I land to attempt 3, I'll probably get the world record because it's that easy sometimes. Okay, I've got a landing, so I've got something on there. Now we'll be able to see how well I've done. Let's have a look. New hot dog world record. Happy days. I've got gold. Of course I did. I landed on my bum twice. Now this one's weird because you have to press left and right and try and build your speed up, and sometimes it feels like you're doing nothing. We'll only go through the sequence once and then I'll cut to the end for you so you don't have to put up with this. Strangely, look, if you look at his backpack there, it looks like he's carrying a radio of some sort, you know, with an aerial. And then when he's going down, suddenly gets a lot smaller. So you was meant to collect your momentum going down the hill a bit faster than that. I didn't do too well, but I'm doing okay here because press left and right, you're basically shuffling your skis forwards. If you press it too early, you don't get the momentum you need. If you press it too late, you seem to come to a grinding halt. So it's just a case of getting good timing. The background's quite nice considering it's in the game. Yeah, it feels like winter, it looks like winter. And I do tend to get confused about how long this is. But once we get to the end of this section, we should get to shoot our gun. But we've got another hill to climb yet, so here we go. Oh dear. I'm not so sure what the heartbeat's meant to be. I think you're meant to keep the pulse rate down or keep it up. I don't know. Oh. Feels like I've already done 26 miles on a marathon. It's just so frustrating where it seems to be sluggish. And now we've got ourselves into our first thing. So we load the gun and we need to hit the... Basically press fire at the right time and hit the target. Loaded. Got one. We got one. Got 2. Got 3. Can we get 4 out of 5? Yes, we can. And away we go. So we've got to do this about 4 to 5 more times. But you're not going to need to see that because I'm going to cut right to the end. So I've gone through it about 4 times now, and I'll say 3 times. And I'll notice if you can keep the heartbeat steady towards the end, or something like that. You seem to be able to fire your gun a bit more accurately. There we go. So you can see I've had 4 misses, 5 hits according to that. It's a new world record. Yippee, good for me. Gold again, Retro 1. That's why I'm called Retro 1, because I can do that. Next event is the ski jump. Speed skate. Speed skate, okay. Okay, this is a case of... case of just getting the left and right button again, isn't it? I'm doing rather badly on this one though, and his distance is covering it. You need to do it off one foot first of all, and then you have to change to the other foot. But we're catching up on distance, am I? I don't know, I can't tell, but he's well ahead of me, so no, I'm not doing too good. He is ahead of me. He's going to finish first, but I'm not going to be too far behind, am I? So yeah. The graphics here look a bit rubbish. Obviously you've got 4 lanes there. I am catching up, but I'm also messing it up at the same time. And now I'm going backwards. He's actually finished the race, and I've still got miles to go. So there's going to be no gold medal here, I'm afraid. Retro Robbins is. See, the buttons start to let you down a little bit. It's like I'm pressing the buttons and they're doing nothing. So yeah, and I've still got miles to go. See if I can skirt to the end. Yeah, I've finished. I finally finished. It took some doing. I've just got to time it right when you press the buttons, and I didn't get that skill down to yeah. Really? Not by me. Obviously he's going to give me gold every time because nobody else has had a go yet. I'm sure that when this is a weird one. This one actually plays a tune, an 8-way tune, if you've got the 128k version. It's figure skating, so you've just got to do some special moves. And I think you can do a little spin. If you don't fall over, that is. Oh, it's a good 8-way tune though. Oh, so house in the country. Ah, fell over. Now I fell on my backside. Yay! Nil. But I bet I'll get gold. Yay! Told you. I don't know what to make of that event. I do like this event though, even though I'm rubbish on it. Oh, you meant to jump. Try it again. Do we get 3 goes? Yeah, I've landed. I landed at 60 metres. Yeah, eat your heart out, Eddie the Eagle Edwards. That's the way to do it. Total points 193. New ski jump record. Okay. Oh, we get another go, do we? Come on, you gotta land. Oh, I've gone too far. That's a bit more like it. That's what would really happen, and I'd be in hospital. Not such a ski jump record. But still, nevertheless, I got gold again. They needed me in the Olympics, didn't they? And we could have done something. Not again. Different AY tune this time. And same result. That was called the bum jump. It's a comedy of errors. It really is. Told you it's going to be a long play. I get bored of this game, and I haven't even finished all the events yet. It's a good job there's some a little bit of nice music. Actually, the music's quite well done. I haven't done. You can do like a pirouette, or I don't even if that's the right name. Is it called a pirouette? Okay, it's just a spin in the air, but I haven't figured out to do it. But I can do the bum dance on the ice if that's what it's meant to be. It's quite loud. I think I prefer my other way right tune now. So we're going to keep going until the seconds count down. Done a move and then fell over. I pulled one move off. One move. That's about it. I got one job, just the one job. But I got gold. Who cares? Like a game that gives a generous reward for a terrible play. Finally, we got the bobsleigh. And all we got to do now is watch out where the bend and oh, we started, have we? Oopsie. It's not exactly cool runnings. So we get a tune until I start the game. And here we go. Oh. Can I have another go, please? Please. Please don't. That's it. I've made it around the first bend down. Just got to keep an eye on which way the bends are coming and then press the opposite direction, obviously. If you look at the map, you can see which way you're going. And now finally to the finish line. I can't believe I managed to finish the run. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Gold! So where do we get on the medal table? Do we get on the medal table or do we have to go for all the events? 7 golds, 0 silver, but yeah, that is basically Winter Games. And yeah, it was a crash smash, but not really. It was fun, but it got a bit dull, it got a bit tedious, and obviously the more you play, the better you can go. I would personally give that a 7.5 out of 10, even to this day, but as always, this is only a matter of opinion. It's your opinion that counts, and I like to hear from it. So if you'd like to give it a bit of a comment down below, tell me what you think if you've actually played this game. Winter Games in by US Gold. A crash smash, but not for me. Last up for today on the Crash Smash hit list from this particular crash, number 26, we've got another one of those trilogy games, you know, from Everyone's a Wally to Herbert Dummy Run, and this one as well, 3 Weeks in Paradise. We'll have a look at that loading screen in a minute. From Microgen, expensive game, but a good game. Also has a 128k version. I love the game. I love the sound of this in the background, mixing the Seeds of Doom. That's what you can hear, and that's a great game. I love it. Right. So £9.95. Yes, there was Automania as well, wasn't there? Come to think of it, there was quite a few. Pyjamarama being the first, but this was basically a continuation of those characters. And that sort of sprite work, you know, where you get the glorious colour clash. But by this time, you didn't care. That was part of the game mechanic, and it kind of got a bit of nostalgia glorious to it, hasn't it? Really, I kind of liked it. Right, use of computer was 92%, graphics was 95%. Ooh, really? Playability 91%, getting started 88% overall. We'll get to it in a minute. Addictive qualities 94%, value for money 91%, 91% value for money when really it was £10. But if you'd bought Pyjamarama, Everyone's a Wally, Hermit Dummy Run, you definitely want to get this one, wouldn't you? Especially, I liked Automania. So its overall rating, believe it or not, was 93%. That is a packed full loading screen. Too many red characters for my liking, but yeah, young lady bandaged up and hanging upside down. There's a snake coming out of a pot, and looks like Herbert himself is making an appearance for the first time there. So these characters and the usual premise of the game appears, where you have to collect various items to get into various rooms. I'm not so sure if there's an arcade room on this one. There has been on a couple of them. You know, once you cleared all the arcade room, you could actually play the actual, get an extra life if you completed all the arcade room. Well, let's see, shall we? Right, we loaded. You get a starting sequence in a moment and you'll see what happens. Don't feed the animals. This goes on for quite a bit. And then you get an AY tune. And quite a jolly AY tune at that as well. Nice bold writing, yeah. So you got your special keys, which is 3. Changes wallet's colour if you want, on and off. Pause the game. And 6. Turn the game tones on and off. 5. Turn the game tones on and off. Okay. Should we just play the game? And it repeats. Okay, we've got the options. Here we go. And an annoying noise there, but we're going to go for 4. And then, so we're going to go for Kempton and we're going to start game. And there you go. And I think to collect things, you just walk through them, don't you? Yeah, I'm not sure what can kill you, what doesn't kill you, but I presume you can have an energy. Yes, it's beeper music. I like the way he looks at you when he jumps. So if you press up there, you can go up. I think you can. It's been a while since. Oh. Ouch! So I can't get past him. I thought I could jump past him. Okay, can I jump past him? No. Got to find the other members of the family, haven't we? I've just lost a life there, haven't I? Oh, I didn't mean to press jump then. Let's follow the signpost to the jungle, but it already looks like we're in the jungle, doesn't it? So, yeah, oh look. Is that an ostrich or a dinosaur? It's a weird looking sprite. I can tell. Ah, I meant to jump over that, am I? The music's speeding up because I've already died, but we can't go. It's been ages since I played it. I sort of gave up after Pyjamarama. You know, you got everything you need to. The bats are quite batty, aren't they? To put it quite brutally. Right, so I think we have to jump over that, don't we? No. Oh, look at the eyes in the background. Graphics are great, aren't they? Yes, you've got the colour clash. I mean, you have got the colour clash, right? And I had completed Pyjamarama. I had a friend who could do it quite regular, but I got lucky, I think, in the end. My main goal is... I'm going to collect this, can I? Those look like big hornets. Oh. I've got to rescue him. And I've got to get an item to do so. Yeah, you can't get past the line. Anyway, you get a general idea of what I think of the game. It's really quite good. I need to get back and start playing this and see if I can actually complete it now. I'm a little bit older. When I first started playing, I hadn't got a clue what it was I was supposed to be doing. Just look at the eyes, the way they're just simple graphics sometimes are the best, and that sunflower is absolutely huge. Yeah. How come I can walk through that line but not the other one? You've got the... I think we need to collect the elephant water, don't we? I forget to collect. That's it. Now we've got the water. We have to collect items by pressing various buttons. I don't think I can go through there. You need a key. The frog is harmless, fortunately. I believe he is. Like that. Right. So where you got the in, if you press up, you can go into other rooms. We're not going to be able to jump up there, surely. Do we get the thing that comes out the... Remember on some of the screens you get like a punch thing come out? I've lost my character. Oh, this could be fun. Do I pick it up? Can we throw the water down or not? No, I forgot how to do this. Never mind. Yeah, come on, get out, get out. Let's save me last life for a few more screens. No, okay. My last life didn't last that long after all. Tough decision. Is it still a crash smash? Well, it's always going to be a crash smash for me, but would I consider to giving that such a high rating? Pajama armour. Yes. Herbert Dummy Run. Rinse and repeat. You know, and the other. This is again rinse and repeat, but the other one, Automania, that was different. It was more of a platformer, and yeah, I'd consider that as Crash, but not this one. I'd say from back in the day, yeah, it had a bit of A-Boy sound to the 128k version. It was quite a decent sized map as well. The graphics were always great, so it did use a lot, but it wasn't original, and it's been done. And unless you was a collector of this game, personally, I think 8 out of 10 would be a fair comment. Well, we need to have a look at some new Spectrum games before we go and have a look at something on the MSX. So hopefully the capture card will capture it. We'll leave you with me. As always, you know what to do. So the first game that I come across while browsing through all the latest releases and checking out the YouTube video was this one, which looked pretty interesting to start with. It's going to be one of those AGD developed type games, so you're going to get many of the same sounds and same scenes. But as you can see, it's predicting a bit of an Egyptian theme there, with sand coloured type walls, and I'm not sure. It looks like a lady in a dress, but you know, can't quite make any facial features out because it's kind of shaded. Could it be a lady in a dress? I don't know, but we'll see. However, as a loading screen goes, it's minimalistic, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all, really. It's quite good, but doesn't tell you what the game name is. There's no text on the actual loading screen itself. I hope the game proves to be a little bit better. Actually, I hope the game lives up to the actual screen itself. And we're loaded, which is good. It looks like we can have some good sound and sound effects. So yeah, you've got no title music. on the actual screen itself, so that means you'll just hit a wall of silence. Right, we're going to select Kempston, and we get, as soon as we press the whatever we want to use, if you press 1 you start the game as a keyboard, 2 Kempston. As soon as you hit the button the game will start. Okay, promising start. It's got a nice AY tune there, and it's meant to be some sort of Egyptian pyramid. I can see there's a gold ring of some description, and down in the bottom corner you can see there's 0 collected, so obviously we've got to collect them. Now I'm looking at the animation of the sprite, it just looks a little bit bouncy. Nothing happens to the sprites while you're stationary, it just stays dead still. There's a spider sprite at the bottom with 2 frames of animation. Couldn't make the jump over to that. Okay, that's fine. But can we do anything around here? No. Okay, there's nothing here to place. Okay, there's nothing here to see. Nothing here to see. First ring is easy to get. Yeah, you've got the typical sound of the collection that you get. Oh, it's horrible, that is. Look to see where he stops at that brick and then just chase him. And you can avoid losing any energy or lives. Right, so I presume I won't be able to walk through that brick, so it's a jump up here. Oh. It taught me naive, but it's sort of meant to be a cat, is it? It does kind of look like a cat. I know that would have been right in Egyptian mythology, cats. What's the red thing? Is that collectible? No, okay. So we've got one of these, and straight away I've lost a life, 1 of me 7. Ooh, right. Can we go through that brick wall there, or is it just a dead end? No, that's a dead end, so that's good. The worm looks like its head banging the floor to me. If that's what it is, a worm, or is it a snake? You can never tell with some of these sprite designs. Yeah, it's a little bit uninspiring. However, I can't be too harsh on people that use an AGD engine to develop the games. I presume I can jump up here. You can indeed. That must be something you collect, yeah, but it doesn't tell you where you collect them. And it's pretty clear to see what you've got to avoid those red spikes on the wall. I don't know if I meant to collect that down there, but yeah. And already I've lost another life, so I don't think the room's going to change too much. I think I like the little hieroglyphs. They're not too bad, are they? They don't actually. Are they not too bad? They do look a bit boring and bland after you watch them for a couple of minutes. Yeah. I don't know what these sprites are meant to be. I mean, I can see that's obviously a skull with a big round head. What on earth is that meant to be that's bouncing along here? Is it? It looks like it's made a little bit too easy. Now I've said that, I'm going to lose a few lives in a row, aren't I? So, yeah. I've collected 2 of something. I don't know what it is I've collected, but... yeah, it's pretty... Drop down there, we'll click that. Drop down there again, let him go past, jump up. Yeah, it's the same old rinse and repeat, isn't it, really? Right, I think I've already seen enough of this game to give it a decision. Plus points. Sounds great. It's got a real good Egyptian feel to it. Down points, the rooms are... nothing's interesting's happening really. It's just a case of navigating through rooms, isn't it? You know. Just by putting a few sprites and a few bricks in the room doesn't make it an interesting game. You've got to do better than that. You've got to think more outside the box. If you're only using the development tool, then perhaps, you know, think of clever ways to make the game more interesting. Yeah, that's going to be a hard one to get up to, but I've done it, so it's just a case of collecting everything you see, isn't it, really? Dead to 3 lives. I'm wondering if there'll be an ending sequence. I highly doubt it. Is there a fall too far? No, you've still got that stupid jump mechanic where you can, you know, gravity doesn't take effect in the AGD world because you can change directions any time you like. Oh, I've messed that one up, but I'm sure I can get around it. Can I get up there? No. Okay, so it's a case of getting onto here, getting onto there, watching the pattern of that. In fact, I've kind of lost interest already. I've lost interest already. Yeah. No. It's another rinse and repeat room, isn't it? Alright, we're not going to play this any much longer. I'm already bored of it. So let's see if there's a death sequence. I've got 2 lives to waste, 1 life to go, and I should be dead. Actually, should we just have a look in the other room while I've still got life left? Yeah, same old, same old. Okay. Probably complete this game. But I've got to try and keep this video down somehow. Yeah. No, I was going to make it to that tall white thing, but then I died. Okay, so nothing happens. So I've got to press the key just to go back to the main menu. Is that it? Game over? No high score, no score at all, nothing? Right, okay, it's alright, I suppose, for 5 minutes, and then the best thing about that game is the AY tune in the background. A bit short in its repetitive cycle, repeats itself, but quite frankly, 5.5 out of 10, at a push 6, that's my personal opinion. Yeah, I've seen it so many times before, you know. Sprite works. It's average. Game number 2 on today's list of things that I've discovered. This one, it's got a good looking loading screen. It looks well, how dare I put that? Well mechanised. I mean, that loading screen just kind of jumps out. Yeah, very good, very impressive loading screen. Obviously, you know, some sort of exoskeleton there with some rather large bits. Good use of black there to create a sort of shading. It's what you don't see that your mind makes up what should be there, which is good. It looks action-packed as he's firing his weapon off, and there's the sort of exploding 2024. Yeah, of course, this is another one of those AGD engine possibly developed type games, more than likely. Sergey, so music by him. The music will probably, he usually has a certain style, be really quite good, hopefully. Let's get into the game. And we're loaded. It didn't take too long. Okay, you got little symbols at the bottom, QAOP and the usual, but it doesn't tell you the rest of them. K, and I presume that's interface for 3. So 1, 2, 3 little symbols. We're going to go for number 2. As soon as we press number 2, it will probably start the game, pretty much like the last one. The year is 2153. We're only a shadow away from it. Yeah, okay. So you get a little bit of an introductory text and a rather large MB48. Well, 48K. Is that what it stands for? I don't know. Let's try this game. Oh, as predicted, that music's really nice. It really is quite good. very basic. Now I presume we've got to collect that, and looking at the middle symbol at the bottom, is that what we've got to go around collecting? Yep, there you go, it's collected one. We can't get through this gate, but it just took a life, so we can't touch the gate. Can we blast the gate away? Yes, we can, so it's pretty much predictable what you can do. Are these those type of sprites where you've got to hit them several times? Yeah, okay, we can do that. Oh right, okay, so that disc opens that door then, does it? Okay, yeah. The question is, after you've destroyed the monsters, sorry, the sprites, do they come back? I think we need to turn it down a touch. I'm losing my lives rapidly. Right, that's gone. Does it come back? Yes, it does. So there's pretty much no point at all killing anything, because as soon as you go off the screen again, it'll return. You're better just to avoid them than waste your time jumping it. Once again, it looks like a similar, just the usual bouncing round sprites with a few jumping challenges. And there was no point me killing him. The idea of me to kill him was so I didn't get hurt myself, but I presume that these red things there that look like mines, asterisks even, are going to be something quite deadly. That's better. I can hear myself think. Can we go up? Yeah, we can go up. So we've got to take a leap of faith to land on there. That's ridiculous. Okay. Oh. Yes, it can be done. Okay, but I can't get on that other ledge. It won't jump high enough. No, it won't jump high enough, or is it just me being poor at this game? Or am I just banging my head? I'm probably banging my head, but I don't think we can get up there. But strange how we can get onto this platform, but I can't seem to get on. Oh, I can. I've done it. Right, I don't know if I should try and... okay, let's give that another quick play. Try go in a different direction this time round. Yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm not going to bother trying to kill everything. I'm just going to go quickly, speed through some screens. See if we can find anything else to collect. Yeah. Oh dear. What are you down to 5 lives? Okay, the sprites are pretty much the same old again, but I must admit that the main character sprite's not bad. The music's great again. I feel it's slightly better than the last game I played, but not by much. I would give this a 6.5 out of 10. But yeah, the music's great. I could certainly use the music in future. I love the music, yeah. The look of the game's okay, but it's not a lot happening. Whether anything changes as you proceed further into the game, that remains to be seen. But I've seen enough of this. Will I go back and play it? Possibly not, no. I may use the AY music. That's pretty cool. What do you think? As always, you know what to do. this looks like a fantastic loading screen. Another one of those games with AGD engines. I'm not expecting a lot here, but who knows? Sometimes these games can come out and surprise you. Another platformer probably with the same old bouncing sprites around the screen. Maybe so, but that's a great impression to see. Max Stone. I like it. Yeah, there you go. The name of the game is on the screen. The loading screen is good. That's a pretty horrific monster. And of course, a mummy. A mummy returns with loads of skeletons. Brilliant. The shadowing is excellent. The sprite work there, the graphic work there is pretty good. Right down to the gun even. It looks a bit blocky or square, but what really is impressive is the hieroglyphics in the background, because I can see Manic Miner or Jet Set Willy there. Can you see Manic Miner and Jet Set Willy, or is it just me? It's pretty good. And of course you've got Wazza in the corner. Yeah, but let's get on to playing the game, shall we? And there we go, we loaded. Right, okay, so once again, ooh, sound effects are going to be good by the looks of it again. SFX, sound effects, Sergi, I don't know how to pronounce that name. I didn't try too hard. Right, I do like the little flipping play the game. That's a good touch. That's a good touch. Flipping play the game. Flopping play the game. Flipping play the game. Same thing. I like it. The ultimate play the game, but the flopping. You could get done for that, surely. Well, there's nobody here to do you. So you get your usual 1, 2, and 3. As soon as you press a button, whatever you select is what will start the game. So if I press 1, I will start with keyboard. I presume the keys are Q, A, O, P, and M. So let's give this game a go. Oh, and put some sound on, because usually these games do have a bit of decent sound. Let's see this disappointing show, or will it be? Well, straight away we've got great music. That is lovely. So can we click across, okay? We get through the door. Right, so, oh, there we go. I've lost a life already, but you get it straight back. Going straight inside here, there seems to be nothing there. Yes, yes, that was fair. What's that thing we collect? Yes, we collected one of those, that's good. We can collect the blue cross, and we can collect the art for the extra life. But yeah, again, as soon as you leave the screen, the sprites return. Oh. Does that come back? The blue gate doesn't come back. Okay, so... I presume you can go up here, but you can't get through that gap in the roof because it doesn't exist yet. And I'm losing lives rapidly. Oh, you can avoid that. Okay. That's cool. I like it. Ooh. Ah, I missed one. I can see it there. I can see it up in the air. One of those gold type ticket things or whatever it means. Looks like a picture or something. Right, the absolute magnificent. I don't think you can avoid that. You can avoid that. Okay, so we've got to be a leap of faith to get that heart. Oh, we've done it. Okay, that's cool. And I presume that where those two... They must open up later on in the game. Where you see those like red flashing things there, the skulls that are flashing. So you basically got to find a key or something to get through that door. We've had one of them just... Oh, you can jump on crates as well. Let's see how high this building goes. Wow, I must admit, this is going to be quite a big map. I do love the zombie sort of the skeletons at the bottom. That's a nice bit of graphical work. The skeleton go bouncing up and down. Is that what that's meant to be? I can't go any higher than this. I can't get through that gate. So yeah, okay. But what I can tell you is pretty impressed. Pretty impressed at the moment. This is not disappointing me, actually. Yes, it's got that silly jump mechanic. The graphical sprite of the character is excellent. It really is a nice little bit of artwork. That's excellent. Oh, and the music. Well, the music's the next level. Can I jump on that cloud, or is it deadly? No, it's not deadly, but you can't jump on it either. Oh. Right, okay. That must be a way down, not a way up. Yeah, it's a way down, not a way up. So this must be the way up. Oh, I've missed my heart. Now we're... Oh, I clicked that while I'm on the way down. Back up we go. Ah! So I've collected something that opens that gate, but I didn't think I wanted to open that one. And I'm losing my lives rapidly. Oh. Can't get through there, I've just tried. Oh, using a joypad on this. I think I'd have been better off using keyboard just for the... yeah, I'd have been better off using keyboard. I'm down to my last life. Or maybe I can make that jump. Maybe I can make that jump. Maybe it's just a case of timing. And there is more than one way to get to those other clouds. No, I can't make the jump, but I made that jump. Oh, that was close. This music's magnificent. This AY tune is awesome. I'm loving it. I may be repeating myself. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to go from the very top and see how far I can jump. I think. Can we get through that now? No, we can't get through that yet. There's a gate there. I'd like to be able to get into the side of there. Is it me, or is that cloud change colour? No, the other one was white. Can we jump on it, I wonder? Is it a deadly sprite? Yes, we can. Oh, I've jumped on it. So that coloured cloud I can jump on. That's clever. I like that. If I can control the joystick properly, that is. You've got to move with the cloud, okay. Yeah, this is challenging, but interesting. Okay, I've seen enough now. I can rate this game, and I'm telling you straight away, there's some great plus points. The sprite works pretty nice. Yeah, the cloud, the bubbly cloud's not bad. The bat's beautifully sized. The mummy's lovely. The graphics of the bricks and that are great. They're even the moon and the little dots for the stars. There are twinkling little stars as well. That's a nice touch. Your lives are clearly marked. You can see what you need to collect. Those crosses must open those blue gates, which allows you to proceed through the game. The AY tune is absolutely fantastic. The gameplay itself, it's interesting, it's nice, it wants me to play more, it's making me want to explore the game. I'm really impressed with this, and that's a surprise because I didn't think I was going to be. Right down from the loading screen to the actual feel of the game, bravo, well done indeed. Marks out of 10 from Retro Robbins, and I'm going to go for an 8.5 out of 10 on that one because I like it. Downside is there's no music on the actual title screen. A little something, maybe even something by Richard the Hitman Hollins, a little bit of a beeper tune. Could have got a miss, maybe. They just didn't have enough space. But this is a 128k game. I'm sure they could have found some somewhere. Yeah, well done. 8.5 out of 10. That's a noble effort. I quite enjoyed that. It kind of had the feel of a little bit of Antiquity Jones, if you like, but yeah, I liked it. Very good. As always, I think that's available on itch.io, as most of these games are. Another magnificent loading screen. Absolutely brilliant. That is really nice. Possibly another AGD engine. I don't know whether it's AGD plus or whatever. I haven't really researched it. Look at the use of the colours. That is a cat with a big Cheshire type grin on it, hasn't it? Huge graphics. No colour clash at all. Is that? Or a little bit. Not much. Nothing to be worried about, but I'll tell you what, that is beautiful. Beautiful. Big thumbs up for me and a big thumbs up from the kitten on the screen there. Yeah, I like it. And the name of the game is kind of up there as well. So, yeah, that is really colourful. 128k version, but enough about the loading screen, which is pretty impressive. Let's have a look to see if the game's any good. That didn't take too long to load, really. I didn't mind it loading. Of course, I like to watch these things load to get into the game. The usual premise. This is reminiscent of all the same games, but the first two was not as good as the third one, which was pretty impressive. I was, you know. So this has got a lot to live up to. Can it do it? Well, that remains to be seen. But we're going to explore that now. The offer is there. As soon as we press, should we go for keyboard? Shall we go for keyboard, or shall we go? Yeah, why not? Let's have a look what the keys are. We're going to use the keys on this occasion. Oh, that's a nice sound. So it's QAOP and space, or M. No, just space. Lovely sound. We can't go that way. There's an arrow going up, so we can probably jump along the clouds. Clouds. That's obviously a platform that you can jump on. But we'll come back to that. I don't think we can get up there just yet, can we? No, not yet. So, I don't know whether you got a limited amount of shots. Oh, they do die within the first couple of shots, which is good. And of course I got hit by a bad guy there. Now the screen's changed in texture. I like that. I like that. Right, let's we've got two monsters to get. We probably can't get through that barrier, so. And I think the way to get through that barrier, because I had a pre-play on this, that heart again is the same symbol that most are. I've got to start this level again in a way, because I just like killing things. Oh, I lost a life then. Yeah, but I got my life back. Yes, to get through that barrier, you just have to collect. You have to kill everything in the room. And there's a barrier. There's a key there that we need to collect. So we've got to kill those two bouncing type things at the bottom there. The mouse is a good sprite, isn't it? That's another nice sprite. Not so sure about the snake. Do like the touch of the lantern on the wall there. That's pretty good. Some of these take hard. Now that looks like it's a rip-off of Ooze. That's Ooze, isn't it? That's that Ooze sprite. Yeah, you can kill him in time. You just got to rapidly press the button. So, got two lives, but I'm about to get a third one. Now, hopefully, when I kill all these three, it will open that barrier just like it did before. Let's see, shall we? Yes, it did. But can we... Oh, actually, can we go out this way? We can, but we want to get the key, don't we? So, we've got to go all the way back round. Well, perhaps not all the way. Perhaps not all the way. I've lost a life in doing so. You don't need to kill everything. I'm not going to try and kill everything every time I go into a screen. That sprite's not too bad. I'm liking the fact that the rooms are changing atmosphere and feel a little bit. And I'm glad that that stopped where it did. Oh no. Ah, right, okay, so I get the idea now that I can only kill certain things. Right. I pressed Kempston this time round, so I've got Kempston. Okay, it's not as good as the last game I've just played, but it's not bad. The sprite's good, the music's great. I mean, the bird sprite looks fantastic. Can we make it onto that tree? I thought we could. Evidently not. I'd like to be able to get up there. There is other ways we can go though, because I haven't been down there, is there? So, have I? Is there? I haven't been down in this tunnel. Is it a dead end tunnel? No. That takes 2 hits. Yeah, they vary. Very clever. Very clever. It varies the amount of hits. See, the textures have changed. You know, it feels like the game is varying enough to make it interesting. Unlike my gameplay. And once you've killed everything on the screen, you're sort of relieved, aren't you? A little bit. There you go. The AY tune is nice. It's subtle, it's not repetitive, it's good. Now, to open the barrier, I believe we've got to kill both of these. Yeah. It opens both of them. Oh, that's cool. Ah, right, so I've got to go down to the bottom to open those barriers. That's a clever idea, actually. You shoot all the monsters on the room in the right order and you'll get barriers that open. I like that idea, that's very good. Makes it a challenge, doesn't it, really? So, yeah, there we go, very good. This looks like a bit of a rinse and repeat room, but we've only got one monster to kill, so... A poor ooze monster at the top there's got nowhere to go. Yeah. Oh, right, okay, so that one's going to be tricky. Can we drop down platforms as well as up? No, we can't. Okay, so you have to kill the one at the bottom, then climb to the top and kill the one at the top in order to open the barrier on that particular room. Okay, I'll get you. So we've got keys to collect. I've seen enough. Yeah. Some of the rooms do rinse and repeat. Sprites are not bad, although that one looks like it's been nicked out of the game Ooze. The actual sprite, the cat's not bad, the loading screen was pretty good, and the game playability was acceptable. Yeah, I can see myself exploring this platforming game, just having a little wander around, a bit of an adventure. Probably not going to be interested in trying to complete it at all. That wouldn't bother me. I've got to kill him up there, I forgot about that. Yeah, I like it. You get enough lives, and the AY tune, as I say, is not repetitive. It's quite nice, it's quite subtle. It's got a decent sized loop, and it loops kind of nice. It goes quiet and then builds up, and then goes quiet and build up. So for that reason, I'm going to give this one a bit of a high rating as well. I'm going to give this a 7.5, about 7.5 to 8. So I'd say, do I say 8 or 7.5? 7.5 out of 10 is fair. It's a good game. Anything over a 6 to me is good. So if you get a 6, you've done well. If you get below 6 and that's really borderline halfway there. So yeah, I think we can call it a day with the new games. We've hit 4. Let's go and have a look at what the MSX is offering for us to play. as promised, the first MSX game on the Retro Robbins show. We're going to do two. The first one I found, had a little play on. May even do three if I get time, but however this video is going to be a pretty long one. Using the multi-cart system thanks to Chris Wilkinson, who has, Wilkins. I forgot his name right. I keep getting his name wrong. He's a mate as well. Oh dear, sorry. This is a great little cartridge. It's the Evercart, shall we say, because it's 512k. However, I've got loads of ROMs on it, which is even better. So I've been playing through one or two of these games and I've found a couple of gems. I'm starting with this one. The first one I'm going to come to, it's called Funky Mouse. And obviously you just got to keep pressing space because it has to load these things up. There is music in this. I don't know how loud we're going to get it to go though, because I've not got it running through my I haven't wired it through my mixer yet, but I think you will be able to hear it somewhat. Funky Mouse then. Let's give this game a go. This is a basic MSX game because it's 16k, copyright from 1984. Okay, good to go. Takes a long time to get started. There we are. Press any key, hit any key to start. Yeah, it's graphically challenging, but it's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay. We've got to collect all those, like, well, they look like cakes, but they're meant to be cheeses. Go around the maze. It's pretty fast moving and pretty responsive. And avoid any bad guys. And not fall too far, like so. See if we can get off the first screen, and then we'll move on to another MSX game. So we saw where the first cheese was. We've already collected it. The good thing about this game, when you've collected a cheese, you don't have to redo it. Oh. If I can ever get to do it. So I've collected one cheese. All I've got to collect is the other remaining. Believe it is 4. They pursue you relentlessly. And they don't have a fall too far. Yep, that's unbelievably unfair, but... Oh, I pressed jump there, didn't I? Game over. I'm not going to settle for that. I'm going to give it another go. This time I'm going to do it, though. This time I'm going to be really careful. I'm not going to make any silly mistakes. And I'm going to put some concentration into it. Oh, I've got to go up there to jump over that gap. And you down here? Ah, right, okay. So you can see where there's a... That's a tunnel that you can't go through. So you have to go down the right ladder in order to collect the right cheese. And I can see the last... Is that the remaining cheese up there? Yeah, that can be it. Oh, so close, so close. That must be the last cheese I need to collect. But I've lost my first life, but I managed to collect it. There's a little display on the screen which tells you where you are. Oof. Was it here? No, it's up there, it's up there, it's up there. Ah, there we go. Is it the one? No, there must be another one somewhere. I'm missing a cheese. There's one more cheese somewhere and I don't know where it is. So we got to go search for it. Cheese or a slice of cake. It looks like 3/4 of a cake. You don't want to run into that. There we go. Yes, I've got off the first screen. I knew I could do it and I thought I could. Look at the score go up. That's what makes this game interesting. The music's okay. You can't quite hear it as well as I'd like. Gets harder. Screens change collectively quite good. But this is only 16k, which is amazing, really. It's really, really playable and graphically pleasing for a 16k game. And those are really get quite frantic as well when you're trying to outrun them. And sometimes you remember where the cheese is, but it's best to ignore it and just carry on until you feel like you've got all the cheeses. It's a cheesy game. It's really cheesy. Just as cheesy as that joke. Or that pun. It's not a joke, is it? It's a pun. Ah. Oh. Funky Mouse then. A nice little game for the MSX. Let's have a look at take two. game number 2, MSX Styly. Oh, you get to see all the screen. It's got a demo as well. 16K! Incredible. So as this is going so well, I'm going to play 3 MSX games today. I'm going to go with one of my favourites at the end, but this one I was really impressed with. Now, I don't do boxing games as a rule. This is from Konami 1985, full 32K, and we're going to give it a play. Actually, you're going to watch me get my arse handed to me. Yes, I've run the sound through the mixer, so I've cut away from my laziness. Okay, so I'm good with the low blow. See if I can. So you press up to duck. I'll see if I can get a headshot. Yeah, that's good. You back off. Run through, buddy. Ooh. Am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? Oh, he's knocked me down already. God, he's got a solid punch. Come on, get up before the kids. I'm trying to back off. I think the graphics are great on this game. I've done better than this, and it is quite responsive. But when you're recording, the curse has hit me again. Ah. Yes, I know it's game over, but believe me, I can't wait to play that with Brett and give him a good kicking, because I'm pretty good at kicking his butt on these games. Boxing then, on the MSX, pretty impressive, I would say. Let's go one more. I'll get that loaded up straight away. One of my favourite arcade games, and actually one of my favourite Spectrum games, especially the 128K version on Bosconian, and I'll get to play it on the MSX, which means this will probably have the speech as well as the sound. Good start. Yes. Oh, I love it. So with Bosconian, if you shoot down the middle of the ship, which you didn't get to see much of, plenty of mines to avoid. You can destroy the ships, obviously. Oh, this gets quite intense. Now, normally, I'm pretty good at this game, so I've got a lot to live up to. I've played it plenty of times. It seems a bit slower moving than the Sinclair Spectrum one, but with the sound effects and that, it's pretty good. Don't see as many extra lives, and you can outrun. Yeah, you got the alerts section as well, and it gets quite intense. Should be coming across the ship now, keeping an eye on the map, that's it. Nice little jig tune, and we get to stage 2. I just like to hold my firing. Yeah, you can destroy the ships by shooting each one individually. On this version, unlike the Spectrum one, you actually see the bad guys launched from the base. But you also get time to avoid the missiles. But the missiles are more like sloppy bullets than actual missiles that are launched. But you do get missiles that launch, but I haven't seen it yet. Like the way that they split in formation and then one suddenly appears from the screen. Graphically nice. It doesn't feel like you're moving very fast, but it's space. The stars aren't meant to move fast, are they? But that's just the illusion that you can get, so ooh. By rotating usually I can destroy them. At least on this version you get a chance to destroy everything in play. Oh, it gets intense fast. 5 lives I think I've got. I like it, I really do. I think this is a great game on the MSX, and a system that's kind of new to me, and I'm getting to explore it for the first time. So I thought, you know, it's not just about Spectrum Games, the Retro Robbins show, it's about all retro systems really, mainly Spectrum based, but I do like to explore different ones. Don't worry, I'll be dead soon. You get a line of 4 here, and I can usually get quite a few. There you go, there's the rocket. Oh, the good thing is their ships when they crash into the mines explode, which is brilliant. I like that. Great stuff. And with that said, I think it is time to end the show. Hopefully. Well, there you go, the ending tune's arrived. Right, first of all, big thank you for staying with me so long. Sorry I haven't been able to do a show more regular, but it will be coming back more often than not. So there is another show. I got plenty of more games to review that I wasn't able to fit in today's show. Remember, this is just a blast of nostalgia with a bit of modern thrown in for good measure. Hope to see you all at Crash Live. If you go into RCM this Saturday in Leicester, I will see you there because I'll be popping along. Take a look at my Project 81. It's there on display. It belongs to them now, and you can indeed have a look at a little bit of work of art that is. I kind of miss it, but it's theirs, and it's the only one that will be a proper ZX81 with Wi-Fi capability and a CRT TV built all in one. It's really quite good. Big thanks to everyone behind the scenes. Lee Chop Stevens, who is working on the Retro Robbins in Micro Blitz game. You'll be able to see that at Crash Live soon as well. And much more. I'm going to get back to work on stuff ready for the Crash Live event. Hope to see you there. In the meantime, depending on when you watch this, I hope you all have a nice working week or weekend. From me, Wayne, your friend in Retro, and of course Emo, my very stationary, poorly AI robot. It's bye from me. It's bye from the Ginger Monster, who is nowhere to be seen at the moment. He's had his injections, he's feeling a bit poorly. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Remember, leave comments if you can. It helps with our algorithm. And I'll see you again soon on Retro Robbins. Do you like the hat, by the way? I bought it from Ludlow. I'm waffling on there. Bye, everybody. Take care. See you soon.